our fair country. And we're starting off with Omar Sheika, who has just returned from having a few fights in England and sort of a turnaround, an American fighting over there, back here in his home country. And his last fight over there, he lost to Tony Booth. So Omar Sheika trying to reestablish his career back home in America.
And he comes in at 14-1 with 9 knockouts, and Domenge with the record over there. Let's take a look at how these guys shape up on the tail of the tape. Sheika just 21, Domenge the veteran. They're the same in height, and the weight 1 pound more for Domenge, and the reach 1 inch for Sheika. That's how it shapes up there. The rules: 10 points to the winner of a round. No 3 knockdown rule in effect. No standing 8 count in effect. A fighter cannot be saved by the bell at all, and only the referee can stop the fight. Physicians do get input, but the referees make the call. So that's how they shape up. Let's get the introductions now.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we go to a very special attraction. Bout this is scheduled for 8 rounds in the super middleweight division. The man in the middle giving the instructions after the introductions is referee Tony Orlando. Introducing the principals. First, he's fighting out the blue corner. He's wearing solid black trunks, and he weighed in at an even 172 pounds. His professional record: 23 big victories against only 9 defeats, 14 KOs to his credit, and he comes to us all the way from Omaha, Nebraska. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the fighter who's looking for the cheese, known as the Rat, Ray Domenge. And his opponent fighting out the red corner, he's wearing the black trunks with white lettering. He weighed in at 171 pounds. His professional record: 14 victories against only 1 defeat, 9 KOs to his credit, and he hails to us from Paterson, New Jersey. Here's one of the rising young stars in the division, ladies and gentlemen, Omar Sheika.
All right, gentlemen, you received my instructions. Therefore, I expect you to obey them. All right, when you touch gloves, go back to your corner.
And Tony Orlando has separated the fighters. Now they're getting ready to go. Omar Sheika and Ray the Rat.
Hey.
Looking for the cheese, he said. So let's see if he gets his opportunity.
Does this mean it's going to be a cheesy fight, Dave?
Who knows? As Sheika tries to get back on the winning trail. Start out with the quick jabbing. A fighter with a lot of potential, Nigel, but ran into problems in England his last time, and a surprise defeat, according to some over here, but not in England. They said it was not a surprise.
Well, I think Omar Sheika's problem is that he has trouble with good boxers. And he's obviously very, very powerful. And he's allowed his punch to get him through most of his early fights. But when he steps up there with somebody who has a few skills, has some defensive ability, then it's a whole different picture. And he basically was outboxed and out-hustled by Pat Booth. And, of course, the Rat is a different kind of fighter. I don't think we're going to see him dancing around, slipping out the jab.
He'll show it to you in the beginning of the fight there, but gets caught with an uppercut by Sheika. Bout scheduled for 8 super middleweights. Sheika trying to regroup after his defeat, and here comes the Rat right on him.
He's gnawing away at the midsection.
Left hook to the body.
When Omar Sheika started out his career, he was a very aggressive fighter. He went right after the other guy, throwing bombs. I guess they're trying to get him to box a little bit more, but that takes away from that ferocity we used to see.
We've seen that at times with many fighters, and you wonder what that first defeat might mean to them.
Well, you know, it wasn't one of those defeats when he was really beat up. It looked more like a sparring session when he was outclassed. In fact, the harder punches in the booth fight were landed by Sheika, but he just didn't do enough. So if there's any damage, it wasn't physical, it was psychological.
So here is Sheika going against Ray the Rat Domenge. Domenge in some quarters. Good shots underneath by the Omaha, Nebraska fighter. Sheika trying to work inside. Good hook by Sheika. His best punch of the fight. And he'll be trying to crank that up, and he really got to the Rat with that one, Nigel.
Yeah, it seemed to take a lot of fire out of him.
Let's see if Sheika can parlay what he accomplished in the latter stages of this opening round. We're set for 8. And the opening round, a good one for Omar Sheika of Patterson, New Jersey.
Oscar. Give me water. Give me water. We got a little tiny little cup. That's a little mouthpiece. No. It's over the head, man. Huh? It's okay. Don't worry. Right, it's nothing. It's not a cut. It's not a cut. A little bubble. A little bubble. What is it? Don't worry about it. Listen. You look nice in it. You look very, very good in it. You got your hands up, good you're doing. Now I want you to pick it up a little bit, especially inside when you get close to this guy. You tap it up a little too much. Going a little bit harder punches.
Well, here's a Sheika showcase as he shows
you get close to this guy.
Good right hand, the left hook to the body, and that is the one that doubled over the Rat.
The right to the spinal column was pretty good too.
See the uppercuts in there, and he got some distance using the left hand.
There's the old spinal column shot.
May not be a scoring blow necessarily, but does the damage. So we start round 2. Omar Sheika, Ray the Rat Domenge from the Atlantic City Convention Center.
Yeah,
Ray Domenge says he wants to be called the Rat.
Yeah, well, we didn't christen him the Rat. He came in with that.
It does give him one of the more unique nicknames in boxing, and it is nice to have a unique nickname to stand out if you can get your boxing ability to follow it up.
Well, there's a zillion journeymen, but how many guys call themselves the Rat? It helps him stand out amongst the pack.
And here is Sheika going with the jab, a double jab. Domenge gets up with the left hand. Very wide hook by Domenge, then came in with the right hand. There's a good jab.
Domenge has to stay busy and yet careful at the same time, which is kind of tough to do.
And Sheika gets into another mode here, getting some hand speed going. Many shots blocked, a couple got in, and good body work by Sheika. Driving Domenge back. Good body shot by Sheika, and Domenge in some trouble. Excellent body work by Omar Sheika, and Domenge is down.
I think he just went down to get away from that barrage of punches that was coming at him, Dave. The left hook to the body really hurt him, but they were coming so fast and furious, he just took a knee.
This might be it. Tony Orlando looking over.
Actually, it's timeout because the mouthpiece fell to the floor.
So Domenge gets a reprieve for the moment because this is an additional break. He would get on top of the knockdown. So here is Sheika, and a good left hand again, opening up, sensing an opportunity.
Right back
Big
to
right hand. Domenge is up. He'll work the count.
Just made it.
It's up at 9 and change. Now the 3 knockdown rule, not in effect yet. If the third knockdown does occur, the referee almost always stops it.
That's it.
He should do it here.
That's it.
Tony Orlando making the wise move, jumping in, and he will calm Ray Domenge as Sheika just blasted out there. You know, Nigel, the mouthpiece came out after the last knockdown for Ray Domenge, and Tony Orlando had the look that he might stop it at that point, but Domenge got an extra break because of the delay. And in the end, that may have hurt him.
Well, I tell you, at the end there, he took about half a dozen flush shots, and it was a very definitive knockout. He wasn't going to get up from that one.
We rushed a little too much when you hurt.
Tony Orlando tried to get in there, and he was unable himself to stop the barrage of the last couple shots. Before the last couple punches landed, he was moving in to stop it.
Stay here. Okay, let me cover that one.
We saw some explosive hand speed by Sheika as Domenge now is sitting up. A big adjustment by Sheika in that Domenge was doing a nice job covering the face, so he adjusted and went to the body.
Yeah, that was the key. The first left hook to the body that bent the rat over before he finally went down.
Sheika finding that the body was a vulnerable place to operate. Good left hand to the body there. Watch how much time he has to set it up. Right hand to the temple.
That was the second knockdown.
Down he goes. He's been pounding the body the entire fight. Watch him work that body.
There's the
Excellent
first one.
shot there. Excellent work on the body, then the right hand to the temple. And Sheika finds a target who at this point not firing back. So it looks like they found the right guy for Sheika, a confidence-building opponent who showed a little something and then was able, from Sheika's standpoint, to go over.
Yeah, that was a get-well fight, Dave, and he got well.
Get well soon. Omar Sheika does very soon in this fight. Let's get the final numbers now.
Ladies and gentlemen, the end comes by way of explosive knockout. 2 minutes, 30 seconds of the second round. His record now 15-1 with 10 KOs. The winner, Omar Sheika.
So
Let's hear it for Ray Domenge. He is okay. Let's hear it for Ray Domenge.
Omar Sheika gets the job done as he was supposed to, the way this was drawn up.
Yeah, it was a get-well fight, Dave, but we saw Omar Sheika at his best the last few seconds of that fight. Attacking, throwing lots of punches. That's when he's very dangerous and most effective.
And we've seen many get-well fights where the fighters didn't get well. Here is Sheika pounding body and head, showing the confidence. And this is the type of explosion that really will help him along. This type of fight, it's not just that you win, but it's how you win that stays in your head.
Well, the fans are going to go home saying, hey, how about that knockout that Sheika scored? It was a spectacular knockout. That's what the fans like to see. And the first round showed that Domenge was trying to fight. So you've got what you want, the spectacular knockout, and Tony Orlando's timing was perfect because he didn't need another punch.
Here is Sheika teeing off now. Watch Tony Orlando. He's made up his mind now. Very close to it. Wants to stop this thing. Needs a little more evidence. And now that is the final evidence.
Yeah,
as
the left hook,
presented
right hand.
by the prosecuting attorney, Omar Sheika.
Yeah, I don't know if he needed those two. But, you know, that's the kind of fighter Sheika is. He's not going to be a Willie Pep. If he's going to be successful, that's how he's going to do it. Storming in there, letting it all hang out.
When his fight's on the front end, as he now has 10 knockouts in a 15 and